Okay, this is going to be a video on my Bissell powergroom after being refurbished. You guys know I took it all the way down to the motor. It sounds a little better now, way better now. Also, I actually didn't have to polish the window this time. It was just decent enough from the last time I did it. Didn't do anything. I didn't polish either of these, but they still look good, so I didn't have to. Obviously, you know, the normal stuff got done. Washing filters. I also washed my little rag filter. You know, that I just made that for anything that gets past this, which even that doesn't catch the things that gets past this. Some helps, but not as much as you would hope for. You can see there's a little bit of dirt and stuff on this filter. A lot of times stuff doesn't come off when you wash it. It's kind of annoying, but it's normal too. It's quite common with these foam filters. And you can just tell more on the black. Even the white filters, they've got stuff on them, you just can't see it. But yeah, and then in here is all clean. I mean, it is dusty a little bit, because I think when I ran this for the first time after doing the motor, when it was just kind of put together, I think I did a video of running it when it was just barely put together. This piece wasn't even in, nothing was together besides just the motor housing was on there. And I think there was a little bit of dust in this back chamber. So a little bit of dust got in the motor after me cleaning it, but I watched it all just poof right out of the exhaust, so none of it really stayed in the motor. But there's a little bit of dust in here just from the little bit that was in that back portion, because the suction comes from up here and then it pulls all the way back to here and down to this filter. And these vacuums didn't ever last because anything that got by this filter went through your motor. Headlight, that's all cleaned out. Bumper, got the scratches off of it. These I'm still gonna try and clean out, just haven't figured out a good method yet. HEPA filter I washed. I'm also in this video gonna show you some of the parts that I'll be ordering here soon. I didn't get to it today, but I will be buying some parts for this and some other vacuums, and I'll show that to you in a second here. But one of those parts involves a new HEPA filter cover. And I know getting a new HEPA filter cover is not going to get rid of these holes that are going through the body, but it will get rid of this hole. And having the new HEPA filter cover on it will cover up the holes that are in there. And there won't be this hole here, so. But yeah, all this got cleaned. I did wipe down the base, like I took everything apart. Obviously the whole thing came off the base, but I didn't wash out this lower hose, because I just didn't feel like washing the whole base itself, and I don't really like taking all that apart. Especially with this clear plastic, you have to take off this clear plastic housing down here. And I've seen people do it, and they just crack. Literally, no hesitation, they just crack. But yeah, and let's see, this is actually really nice and clear for the age of the machine. See, this got nice and clean. I let it soak because I was hoping I could get rid of whatever that little spot is down there. I don't know what that is, but I haven't been able to, and that. I have not been able to get rid of either of those since I got this. But, and this I didn't polish, so it doesn't look quite as good as the bin, even though I didn't polish the bin either, so it's weird, but I think it's because that's where the dirt comes in, is like right here, so over here is okay, but over here is quite hazed. And this is from when, with this method, when it was the vacuum of the week, I thought it might help, and I shoved a wood shim back here, and then I used a drill blade to try and drill the excess off, and I bonked this. It's not even, like, damage to it, it's just the stuff sticking to it. And yeah, no, it's never, I just didn't really worry about it that much. But, yeah, and then that all got cleaned out. Obviously, this just goes on here, like that, basically. Yeah, this is a Cyclone, I guess. Probably works worse than a Phantom. Or it does. I mean, Phantoms, or the first cyclonic vacuum, I believe, or one of the older Dysons come before the Phantom. I don't know, but the Phantoms weren't that bad. It's just people didn't take care of them. They were troubly, but, and the Furies were the worst, but, if you took care of them, they actually did work okay. The hose still isn't on here. The hose is still soaking because I wanted to get as much dirt out of it as possible. And ever since I got this thing, there's all kinds of dirt on the outside of the hose in between all the little splines, and I wanted to get all that out, so letting it soak should loosen all that off, and then I'll just rinse it. Oh yeah, and I did find out that originally this did have a black crevice tool, which made me feel really stupid because I thought it would have had the white, I thought it would have had the white crevice tool, like the Clean View 2 does. So, since I have so much of these crevice tools, sorry about the music, I painted one white, and I'm like, oh, this will look really cool. And then I watched a video, and I realized that originally, because it was a video, I think it was his name, Richard Violet. I don't know, not trying to offend anybody. I just don't know how to pronounce it. But it's the dude that just like shows everybody all of his vacuums, and he had one of these, the same model and everything. And I'm pretty sure his is original, and it had a black crevice tool. So I just put one more black one that I had because I painted all of them. But yeah, and it's the best condition one out of them all too. It's only got that scratch and then the wear up here. So, and then this extension one has like this red paint on it, but I'll get the rest of it off eventually. It used to be way worse, but it's in decent shape, so I just didn't want to, I mean, it's a little scratched up down here, but, oh yeah, and this is broken down here, but if I wanted to fix that, I would have to buy a whole new rear from here down, pretty much the motor housing, because that's connected. So I just threaded in this little screw here. Now, normally, judging by the other parts that I'll be buying for this, you'd think I would be a little more care and just buy a whole new motor back, but not only can I not find them, and if I did, that would probably be really expensive. So, I'm not doing that. Still haven't figured out what this is. I really need to just suck it up and look it up and try and figure out what that does. Pedal still isn't broken. It does take a slightly different pedal. One way to prevent, if you know you're going to be laying it all the way down, just hold it for the whole way. And when you recline it, sometimes I usually do this, but it will help when you recline it, if you hold it down and it doesn't have to flick past it, because that's usually what breaks them, is that constant flick. So, but yeah, this will be gone eventually, so, because that looks stupid, and I'm getting a new heavy filter cover that has the proper latch right here. This was just to make it so I could use this thing, because these things blow so much dust, and I wanted to use it because it's a really nice machine to use, but they blow dust like hell. So, yeah, still got a nice 35-foot cord on there, one of my favorite parts about this machine. You gotta keep in mind, I got this machine for free, so I can't complain about it too much. You know, it functions, so. And you can tell the wheels have seen better days. They have a lot of camber. I'm probably going to try and get rid of these white scuffs right there, because I really like this blue color, and I'm trying to get the best out of it. I'm trying to get rid of these white ones, too. But I don't even know what that's actually a, like, scuff, like a deep scratch. And I don't know what's up with this, but it didn't really seat right here around the cord that nicely. I don't know what the deal is, but it's weird. I'm assuming the cord is just a little bit fidgety in there or something, or it's not seating. The cord's sitting in there funky, and it doesn't want to pinch the cord properly. I don't know. It doesn't really bother me that much, so not worth taking this blue thing back off, because you have to take the blue thing off too in order to get the motor housing off, which was annoying. Or no, maybe it was the other way around. I can't remember. Yeah, either way, it was a really annoying process. There's actually two clear windows here, one below this. That's why this one's perfectly fine. And it's the other one that you have to polish. You can kind of tell that there's another one. But yeah. brush roll is in good condition on this still. I can't get it apart. The threads that hold these end caps on are rusted, so I can't get them off. And I haven't really tried very hard to get them off because this brush roll is okay. It's not really worth taking apart. I don't know what that ticking is, but... Oh, wow, I've never even noticed that. There's actually a chip right there. Oh, wow. Yeah, I've never noticed that. Come on, get out of there. There's a chip. Oh, it's not as bad as it looks, because that's a thing. It's just a little bit beat up. It looks like it just kind of chipped a little bit more off of what was already there, I'm assuming. As you can see, this side definitely is a chip that looks originally cut out like that. Yeah. The only reason I'm buying new parts for this freaking dog, this wet dog, is because the parts I found are fairly cheap. I'm not really going to be putting much money into it. You know, if they were really expensive, I probably wouldn't. I would probably just continue doing this, honestly. Maybe paint that wooden thing black or something. But I found some good deals on parts for it, so I can at least get it a little bit better. But, you know, and I'm not too worried about this type of stuff because see how it overlaps. I did try to get some of this Kirby cake off here. It doesn't want to come off. Otherwise, the machine cleaned up real nice. I haven't given it this thorough of a cleaning since the day. But I'm probably going to take these wheels off, clean them up really well, and then see if maybe a Q-tip will clean these out. Something. I don't know why Bissell did these vent things. I mean, they do make it look kind of cool, but they're annoying. Then also, while I'm at it, try and get these vents cleaner too. Like, this is pointless. I don't know why they did it. But yeah, so let's take a look at the list. Let's put this back in the vacuum first of all. But yeah, the hose still isn't on it yet. It will eventually though. Don't mind inappropriate MGK. Oh yeah, here's the crevice tool on the clean view. I'll show you this thing real quick. See, because this thing got all refurbished too. Because I finished this right before. Finished this. I started on this the same day I ordered the Dirt Devil Ultravision. And then I finished it the day that the Ultravision was shipped. And then, in the process of the Dirt Devil Ultravision on its way here, I started on the the powergroom. There's some dust on this thing because it's been sitting, and I've been working on the Hoover Caddy vac, which is also done, but I fixed this thing. It broke. It's fixed now. But yeah, bin's washed out. Oh, there's a little bit of sand in there. Oh yeah. Washed. I didn't take that blue centerpiece out like I normally do. I just washed this whole upper piece as a whole. There's a lot of dust on it. I'll dust it off before I put it back away. Filter clean. I'm gonna do the next demo video on this. But yep, here we are. Doesn't it look cool? I thought it looked kind of cool. Obviously, I tried doing the color match as good as possible. Not perfect, but that's the same blue that I used to do all the screws. I thought it was kind of cool. Since I'm not worried about making this original anyways, I was just kind of having some fun. But yeah, it turned out horrible. It did. A lot of orange peel. It still smells like paint even though it's dry. And it got really runny and weird because it was cold when I was doing it. I did it in the basement, which don't do. No ventilation, but I did it in the basement very quickly. And I had a fan with the intake facing me, so it would take my air and blow it somewhere else and clean the air. But yeah, you can see those are actually scratches that were just in it. But I did clean it off really well before I did it, and I still think it looks cool with the machine, but it didn't turn out perfect. but luckily this thing's already not original at all. Doesn't have the original motor. It's got an extension wand shoved into the hose instead of the proper wand. Wrong cord, wrong motor. Hose is broken. So it's already not perfect, but it's still a collectible. Okay, it may be a little iffy, but it's still collectible. But I refuse to put money into it. I refuse to put money into it. Like, putting money into this thing would be super weird. Well, I mean, like, besides belts and filters. Well, not even the pre-motor filters, but the HEPA filter and belts. I am willing to buy those, because the HEPA filter for my family's health, and the belt so that it actually picks something up. Oh, not Chromebook, that's for homework. I wonder if I could do live streams on this, since I have to have 1,000 subscribers to do mobile live streams, but you can do live streams on LB Vax got mad at me. I don't know what I did, but he don't like me already. Okay, why am I on YouTube? I'm on eBay. And we'll go to my cart because I've got 6 items in here. Okay, starting out, HEPA cloth bags for my, well, Hoover Y Z bags work in this, and I want, since I can use them, yeah, like this is a Y bag in here right now. The only difference, the collar is the same, just the A bag is longer and it reaches to the bottom. Look how much dirt this thing's picked up, oh my god. But yeah, that way I can use these HEPA bags on this and my caddy back, because my caddy back takes a type Z, but it says YZ. Plus, it has an actual Y bag in it right now, just a Y bag, so, and it seems to fit, so there's not too much of a difference between those two styles. Stay out to fiber. Oh, I see. Belts for I saw Platinum Force and I'm like, no, that's not what I wanted, but no, I remember what the Platinum Force is, and the Ultra Vision Turbo. They have like a similar base length. Filters for the Ultra Vision Turbo, so both Ultra Vision Turbo. You can see the filters for 13 bucks, and then the 2-pack of belts is only 5. Then I'm getting these random ones because I like the little package. These are just some random generic filter brand. And then turbo brush for the powergroom. And it's even got the green accents to match. And then, oh, what the hell? And then I'm getting these for the powergroom. That HEPA filter grate. You can see it there. And then these 3 other parts. Now you'd think, well, how much are you paying for that? Only, how much is that? $14.99. That's not a bad deal considering I'm getting 4 random parts. So yeah, and then also a dusting brush and upholstery tool for the powergroom. So yeah, and the total of my cart's gonna come out to $65. My god. But I mean, I thought, you know, I always think, oh god, for this price, for all these parts, I might as well just buy another vacuum. But why not finish the vacuums that I already have? So I need to kind of fix up the ones that I already have, and before I start buying more and more, you know what I mean? So yeah, so I need to order this stuff at least tomorrow. I need to freaking check my account, my card and stuff, and make sure I can even do that. But yeah, so because I gotta make sure no one else I mean, these have both been on eBay forever, so the last one doesn't really scare me, but hopefully I can get them. I mean, almost everything here says free shipping besides the bulk of things. Yeah, everything here has free shipping, so that's nice, besides that yet again. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this vid, and stay tuned for more. Peace.